Hey, what's the deal, y'all? It's your boy KreepTheGuapfiend, but I ain't fiending for a thing. Stand with me or stand aside, salute me or die. I said instead of hating on it, go get you some. You almost close to the goal. I said never let a sucker ducker take it from you. You know what it is. Hey, look, I'm here today on our second episode of our podcast with my co-host Kaya. Have you figured out your
We're just gonna say real Kaya Rain for now.
Right,
real Kaya Rain from the 206.
Yeah. We're gonna go with real Kaya Rain. So what you end up doing yesterday? Like after the pod?
Yesterday, honestly, not too much. Not too much. I think I called my brother, tidied up the house, made some plans. Plan for today, honestly.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. What did you do?
I actually left here and went straight to my daughter's father-daughter dance. You know what I'm saying? I did that. But I actually was finna be late because I originally thought that the dance started at 7, but it ended at 7. So I had just got there in the nick of time, but
You made it?
hell yeah.
Okay, good.
Showed up and showed out.
Did you guys match or?
Nah, she had a pink little dress on. I went up in there, you know what I mean? Suited and booted, my Alexander McQueen's on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Went in there stepping like a real, you know what I mean?
As long as she was happy, right?
Nah, facts. So what you got coming up, though? Like, what you got going on? What's new for you?
What's new for me?
Yeah.
Taking some time away from work to take on other projects that I've been putting off for a long time. Next week we're going on tour.
Yeah.
We're gonna follow the tour.
Yeah, we going on tour with Blueface next week. But speaking of work, don't you work with the airline in some capacity, right?
Yes, I do. I work for an airline at LAX. Not gonna say which one, just in case. But yeah, I work for a major carrier at LAX.
So what's going on with like this whole Spirit situation? I'm hearing that Spirit Airlines is
they're done. They're completely over with as of last night, I think.
Yeah.
They canceled 9,000 flights and they laid off 14,000 people? Is that?
I think it was 17,000.
Yeah. So at least 15,000 people laid off from Spirit. They're completely done. I know. I remember seeing they had filed for bankruptcy before, and they finally did it, dude. With no warning, with absolutely no warning. People showing up. They're telling you if you booked a flight on Spirit, do not show up to the airport. It is canceled. It is not happening. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like they just kind of like just shut down the whole thing overnight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hear that they like you said, all flights is canceled and there's no customer service.
Yeah,
so,
there's no customer service. There's no rebook. There's no nothing. They'll process refunds for eligible tickets. So hopefully people bought the fare ticket that they're eligible for that refund. If they bought the cheapest fare that doesn't allow changes or refunds, they're out of whatever money they spent on that ticket.
But due to the inconvenience and like with your experience, how easy is it for somebody who had a flight and it ended up getting canceled in a situation like this? Like, how easy would it be for other airlines to work with them? Like, as far as trying to get them on, or one has nothing to do with the other.
It does, because all those passengers still need to fly those flights. Like, they still need to get to that funeral or that wedding or whatever it is. So the other airlines are definitely going to pick up the slack for that. But because Spirit is completely gone, there is no more Spirit. There's no more code share agreements between the airlines either. So typically if Spirit still existed and they had an agreement with a Delta and they canceled a bunch of flights, they can put their passengers on Delta because they have an agreement with that airline. Because Spirit is completely done, you know, there's no benefit in other airlines accepting those tickets that were booked on Spirit to a Delta or to a United or whatever.
Yeah, I heard Frontier was gonna step up allegedly and take on some of those flights or help assist some of the people who that got their flights canceled. But so do this mean like a big paycheck for Frontier?
I don't think so. I don't think it would be a big paycheck unless they're just saying, hey, we're not going to raise our rates or our flight prices, so come book with us. Or, I don't know, are they saying, we will take those flights. Whoever was booked on Spirit, we will take that ticket and rebook you on Frontier. That is actually helping passengers. Will they make money on that? Probably not.
But
they'll probably lose money.
Do you think this is like big for Spirit though? Like in a sense, I mean for Frontier in a sense to where it's like, now it's going to bring more customers because they're the next budget airline.
Yes.
Or do you think Spirit falling out is setting the tone for all other budget airlines to eventually fade out as well?
Well, that's a good point.
Because there's a stigma, right? I think the stigma that was on Spirit as far as like the flights being unsafe,
it's like the Greyhound of the air, basically.
Right, so they put this bad stigma on Spirit, which I believe probably contributed to low ticket sales or flights over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the name, the reputation that they have. So do you think now, because those customers have to find a new home, which might end up being Frontier, it puts a certain stigma on Frontier now because you're now moving
all
a
those
certain...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that, that's an opportunity for the other budget airlines to take on those passengers. So a Frontier, a JetBlue. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sun Country. There's a lot of little smaller budget airlines. The problem with that is the routes. Like, where do they fly? Is there a flight that Spirit had that's from your little small town in, North Dakota that don't no other airline fly to? Is that route still available? And if it is, does it cost the same? So it's just like a lot of different factors, I think, that play into it. But
so it could actually like start putting a lot of people on a lot more connecting flights now. Then.
Yeah, that could happen. They might have to take a connector. They might pay more having to go on Delta or United. And the other airlines are going to raise their prices now too.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think Frontier is going to take advantage and raise their prices as well? Or do you think now they take the number one spot as the budget airline?
Well, if they came out and said, we will try to accommodate Spirit people, I doubt it. That would suck. That would be like, counterproductive. Like, we're going to help you guys out, but we got to raise our prices.
Okay, but so do you think the stigma was put on Spirit based off of flights, safety, service, and service, or do you believe that stigma was put on Spirit because of the quality of people who were flying with that airline?
I think it's a combination of all of them. I've definitely taken a Spirit flight, and it was a little bit more rowdy, I would say, than like a regular flight. I'm not going to lie. And it's also the amenities. That's kind of why it got roped in. Like, budget airlines, you're not getting water.
Right.
To where you fly Alaska, you got a snack, a coffee, the flight attendant, if you're real nice, they might even slip you a lunchbox or something. Spirit is like, no. Their first class is called a big seat. There's nothing extra special except the fact that the seat is bigger. That's it.
Damn.
There's no, like...
But so are they charging the same as regular first class seats?
No, I think it would still be a lot less, but it's more than the coach class in Spirit.
You say it's more than the coach class?
Yeah.
Damn.
So they're charging more for those big seats, for sure, but it doesn't come with anything. I know because I bought it. And the one time I flew Spirit, I bought the big seat up front, and that's all it was a big seat and nothing else. Not even, like I said, not even like, here's some water, nothing. Like, so that could contribute to why people are like, oh, Spirit is ghetto. Like, and then of course, videos come out on social media of either employees doing some unprofessional stuff. And I heard a Spirit employee say, if you hit your vape on the tarmac, you will be arrested. I personally have heard Spirit employees talk like that. Like, that's just extremely abrasive. It's unprofessional. That will give a company a bad name. And it does when they let them go unchecked and they let them talk to people like that. Right. Now, like I said, they're kind of known as the Greyhound of the air because of the quality of people. Not to say that they're all like that, but how many fighting videos or passenger removed off plane and in the comments, of course it's Spirit. Right. Of course it's a Spirit flight.
But don't you think that Spirit should have invested in a better quality of employees? I think that
they should have hired a little better.
Would have kind of set the tone for what's acceptable
or training
for its passengers or not.
Oh yeah,
you get
that
what I'm
too.
Saying? So like, I think I've seen a lot of videos where, like you said, Spirit employees were kind of, you know what I'm saying. So like, what type of behavior do you expect? The passengers to have if the example that's set in front of them is what it is.
That right, a disregard for your needs.
And I never flew first class. Just side note, I never flew first class a day in my life.
Really? I have no.
But the most comfortable flight that I ever had, I don't even remember what airline it was, but it was when I went to Dubai. I was
Emirates.
Yeah, it was Emirates. Exactly, It was Emirates. Exactly, and that's the first time I ever been in a plane that was 2 stories.
Yeah,
two
the
levels.
double-decker.
Like, what the fuck?
They let me go walk on it and tour it in Seattle.
I didn't even know that existed. And then some of them shits got full beds, like
mini suites.
Beds,
yeah. But they're an airline that really caters to luxury and the amenities are amazing. Even your regular seat, they probably serve a hot meal.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. We just going to have to see what's next. But do you think they can make a comeback, Spirit Airlines?
No, it's
or
done.
Do you think they can operate under another name, or do you think it's time to just pack it up?
Yeah, because they had already filed for bankruptcy once, so this is the second time. And there was talks about somebody buying them out, and clearly that didn't happen. Plus other factors, the price of fuel alone, like that alone could put strain on a company that's already a budget airline. They're trying to find ways to cut costs. Their aircrafts are older, they need more maintenance. Those things cost money.
Your man's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Man, what's matter of fact, what's up with all these failed ass assassination attempts on this content creator?
Right. The skit went wrong.
Yeah, like all I'm saying is this, bro. I can't say that he is 100% behind these events that's happening, these theatrics and these skits. But what I can say is, you look at that picture, right, when he first got shot at and it supposedly allegedly clipped his ear,
right,
and that man had time to turn around,
do it,
and make a pose to the people. Like
don't use our pose in the same breath.
Like,
too.
I just did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just survived that shit. I just did
for
that.
y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
And haven't done shit for it.
And from what I know, from what I've seen in the past, bro, like what I've seen in the past, bro, I've never seen somebody actively firing at the president and they don't follow 100% the orders of
the Secret Service.
Why wasn't that man's head tucked into his stomach, my nigga? Why wasn't his head tucked to his stomach and carried away?
And immediately, off.
You already allegedly got shot in the ear. That's inches away from your head. You don't think
they would have immediately
was the target
him
neutralized
away
by the time
for a photo op?
You took this photo? No, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my dad always said? If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. 9 times out of 10 it is. If it quack like a goddamn duck.
Yeah. And then this most recent attempt. It
was another one?
Yeah, this Drewski skit that they just did, basically. So, I guess somebody attempted to try to, take that man's life. Assassinate that man again. And I'm seeing this video of this dude like running past Secret Service and all these security guards with this big ass mop stick.
It's like a semi-automatic?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. This big ass shit. Like big, like from...
It was a Uzi?
You feel? No. Stupid. But how the fuck did this nigga even make it that far? Because from my understanding, from my understanding, there's a perimeter. So when the president is expected to be anywhere, there's a perimeter, and they go and they secure this perimeter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Beforehand too. Right?
Beforehand, yeah, beforehand, and most importantly, during.
Right.
So how the fuck did this man manage to get past all of these people, to get past security, Secret Service, and get that shot off?
No, it never would have happened like that, dude. And again, the Secret Service is trained for this exact moment to happen.
And then you got to look at it like this, too. You got to look at it like this. Was that Vance? It was somebody next to Trump, and they got him out of there first.
Okay, so clear the frame. It's going to obstruct our view
what the fuck?
Of the camera.
The person that was next to Trump, I believe it was Vance. We got to go back and watch that video. I believe it was Vance. Secret Service covered him and got him out of there before they even got Trump out of there.
Which doesn't make sense at all.
And then when you see the time, the clip that it showed of them removing Trump from his seat, it was like a delay. You get what I'm saying? Like it's as if everybody was waiting for everybody to get in their position.
Yeah.
In their rehearsed position.
And then go.
Yeah, like Trump is even moving slow. He's like waiting. You can see Trump looking like, oh, right now?
Yeah.
It's time to all right.
Do it. Do
time
the
to start acting. That's what that shit looked like.
Mind you, this man comes from a reality TV background.
Right. At this point, I don't know what to believe, bro. I believe I just don't believe you got these many people who's attempting and missing.
And getting that close.
A nigga that can hit the ear can hit the head.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Does his ear even look different? Does his ear have scarring or like
that? I don't know. We gotta see. And then even when it see it go back to that. Where are these fucking people at?
Yeah, the shooters, right?
Where are the shooters? And
do we even have names yet?
I don't even know about first and last names, and if first and last names are accessible to the public, which I'm sure they probably are.
But I feel like people kind of already are seeing that, because usually if that was the case, that person, like the guy who shot JFK, he is well known. Like that name, I can't think of it right now, but.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure
Lee Harvey Oswald. That's what it was. He is known, like the guy that tried to assassinate the fucking president. Like that would be all over everywhere.
Right.
But I think people are like, man.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, can we even produce these people after the attempt happened? Yeah. They're in jail. Okay, what jail?
Right.
Can we schedule visits to go see these people?
Yeah.
Can we write these people? Or are they going to respond? I mean, you know, that might be a little extreme because now you got to imagine once you attempt an assassination on the president, you probably not even going to regular jail.
No.
You're not even going to a federal jail. They're going to send you to
that one that's like on the island and you can't. Yeah.
San Quentin. What is that? San Quentin or Alcatraz?
Well, Alcatraz is shut down.
No, but they supposed to be reopening Alcatraz.
I heard that Trump, they might be.
Yeah, making the water shark infested and all type of shit like that. Alligator, all type of weird shit like that.
No, there's another prison though. I don't know if it's near the U.S., but there's another one that's on an island.
That Venezuelan shit. Are you talking about that one?
In El Salvador?
Salvador, that's what it is. Is it El Salvador or Venezuela?
El Salvador.
El Salvador, the one that decided that they was going to take some of our worst prisoners.
Yeah. Which
is fucking crazy. Why do y'all feel like we got to send American citizens to a whole nother country to deal with?
Is that even... Like they must have had to commit a real bad crime to get sent out internationally.
Yeah, I think those are all of those are like, I think that's like federal offenses and things like that, or like for people, undocumented people.
Right, because ain't that where they keep all the spies? I don't know what the name is. I got to look it up. But ain't it a certain place they keep our most valuable or worst criminals, like our assets / criminals, like Russian spies and shit like that? They keep them locked up over there.
Yeah, so that's probably where all of those people go.
Exactly.
When people who attempt at the president, they probably, if they are real, they probably not alive. If those are not skits and that shit is really happening, I doubt that somebody like Trump with the attitude of that man is willing to leave these people alive in one piece
to tell the story.
I highly doubt that shit.
Exactly. And then even, if they are actors, we would never get their real name. It's going to be a made up name for whoever.
And then it's like, what's in it for these people? Like, what's in it? Like millions?
Money.
Is it just, do it make them exempt from certain shit? Like going to jail, or like what's the benefits probably of being a part of something like that?
One, they probably already just believe in whatever it is that they believe over there. The same belief systems and values. They support it. So just like an extremist, they feel like they're doing it for the cause. Because, that's how them people act over there. They don't really question why or does this make sense. They just know he told them. So it must be true. Yeah. So that alone. And then, of course, the money. Like, we see every day the...
But what do you think? Okay, so let's just play devil's advocate, right? And say it is a skit. What do you think the benefit in that is for Donald Trump?
I don't know. I'd have to look back on the timeline and see exactly when the first one happened, because I feel like any assassination attempt on a president where he doesn't get killed, it shows some sort of like
power,
I made it through, like you can't get me.
That's why he did the shit.
Yeah, like
and they was already praising him, saying that Donald Trump has survived the most assassination attempts on a president ever in life.
And then came he's going to put his face on the money, which is illegal.
Yeah, and he got Florida to name an airport after him.
Right. So
this dude is doing entirely too much.
Yeah, everything would support that he's just trying to create this image of being, a crusader or a fucking,
But,
survivor.
It's a lot of shit that's going on, like with Trump and bills that he's signing and things that he's allowing to happen.
Yeah. The most recent, the federal law, they just snuck in there like they always do. They sneak it in a bigger bill or a bigger law.
Yeah.
By 2027, all new vehicles have to have AI surveillance technology, really. They're calling it DUI, safe driving, blah, 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 blah.
I call it an invasion of goddamn privacy. That's what the hell I call it.
It
I ain't
is.
gonna sit here and lie and
really
play
is.
with you or nothing like that. What the fuck do I look like riding in my car knowing this AI technology could pay attention to anything the fuck that I'm saying or doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
paying attention,
it's an invasion of privacy.
Can control the vehicle itself.
Right.
Shut it off. It's AI, so it's inputting, outputting, making decisions. It's making the decision what to do with your car.
Right.
And we have absolutely no control over that.
And,
no
then
choice.
now I'm beginning to think like it's going to be able to regulate my speed.
Yeah.
Bitch, what if I'm having an emergency?
Yeah.
And I got to get where I got to get at 100 miles per hour.
Or get out of the way.
Even though that ain't the goddamn
How many times have you avoided an accident by speeding up or speeding, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever you got to maneuver.
Or malfunctioning, thinking it's helping. I don't even like all that driver assistance shit.
Exactly.
You don't know what the fuck I'm trying to do while you trying to push me back into my lane.
I turn it off every time. That could have caused an accident. The wheel jerking me back when I'm trying to... what the fuck is that? That could have just caused an accident. Yeah. I turn it off every single time, and when a car has that.
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta look at it. You gotta look at these Waymos right now. Like we just seen the other day, these fucking Waymos is doing things that
like anything.
Oh, and that's another thing that I just seen today. They said Waymo and selfless driving cars are no longer above the law because in the beginning they couldn't get tickets and things like that. Oh. And now they just signed it into law that now those selfless, personless cars are going to be able to receive tickets and things like that.
So the company would
the company will have to pay for it.
That's what I was curious about when I heard the whole, like, they sometimes tap in and, you know, allegedly remote control the Waymos. It's some guy on the other end remote controlling it. And that was my first thought. Like, do they know, like, our traffic laws in this? You know what I'm saying?
They gotta be
like,
some dumb motherfuckers
are they licensed
to be controlling that shit, because I've been seeing some Waymos do some twacked out shit.
Exactly.
So, them niggas is sitting behind a remote control and they high as hell or drunk as hell.
How is that any better than...
Yeah, like, because I'm seeing Waymos stopping in the middle of the street, supposed to make right turns, but they going left before they make the right turn, doing all type of weird shit. Yeah. And then they prolonging the process. Some of them motherfuckers, you know how, like, when you come to a traffic stop and you getting ready to make that right-hand turn, a lot of streets, you don't have to wait until the green light to make that turn.
Right.
Oftentimes, I see a Waymo waiting until the light turn green, and causing so a traffic annoying. Jam.
Yeah, and especially in LA.
Yeah, that's exactly. We are in LA, bro.
We have to
where the traffic
break the traffic laws
crazy.
Sometimes. If you don't make that left turn when the light's turning turning red from yellow to red, and there's 3-4 cars waiting, you will never turn left. Ever. Yeah, like, fact. You will literally never turn left if you do not go when it turns red. Like,
we gotta create the traffic laws around this motherfucker, because the ones that's put in place, it would not work. Not literally. For LA.
No,
not the way this
we would literally never turn left. It would be a line of cars from 2 o'clock to 8 p.m.
Everybody make that left-hand turn on the red, nigga.
Yeah. And if you don't, you will get honked at and cursed out. Like, you better fucking turn. You better figure out how we drive out here, because I got somewhere to be, dude.
Yeah, matter of fact, you just dealt with a situation like that. The road rage incident.
Oh, yeah.
Got chased.
And let it be a fucking Tesla. A red Tesla at that. It's always a fucking red Tesla. Yeah. I don't know what their problem is, but they drive like shit always. Anyways.
But how far did they follow you? How did that happen? How the hell
These
did that
two girls in a red Tesla. I was in like Canoga, like Woodland Hills area. And I had just hopped off the freeway. You know that big where you go down the hill in Canoga, and it goes to the left, and it's like hella hills. It's a big ass hill, and then you start going into that area. Yeah. So I hop off the freeway, and I'm just, driving along. It's maybe a little bit of traffic, and I'm trying to change lanes to the right. That Charger got a little bit of a blind spot. Like, that car long as hell. So it got a little bit of a blind spot. So I get in the right lane, not seeing them at all, of course. They fucking chased me down like at least 2 miles. Like, at least 2 miles, cussing me out, fucking, oh, bitch. I'm going back and forth with my window down, like, you bitch, da-da-da-da. I'm telling her, like, bitch, you think I did that shit on purpose? You think I wanted to intentionally hit your car? Get fucking real. So, anyways, we get to the light, and I end up just throwing my shit in park. Like, she's in this lane. It's 2 lanes. She's in this lane. I'm in this lane. I end up just throwing my shit in park, and I'm about to hop out, and they speed off.
Yeah. Like, you got to be careful with road rage, man, these days, because... A friend of mine, he had a sister who was in a road rage incident, and where she got an offender bender. But in this case, she had a fucking mouth on her. You know what I'm saying? So, homie's sister get in a road rage incident. They get in a little fender bender, and instead of just doing everything how they supposed to do it, the sister is going off on the guy that she had the fender bender with. She talking to him crazy, and he's telling her, like,
I'm getting my license.
I'm getting my license. I'm getting everything for you, this and that. So she's still going off on him, trying to rush him. And he like, hey, like, take it easy. Like I just said, I'm finna get my license. I'm going to give you everything. She keeps going off at the mouth. Dude goes to the car, get a gun, come back, and shoot her right in the head. Killed her ass. And then the car rolled, jumped a curve and hit a house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so all of my people out there that got road rage,
chill that shit
chill out. Because you never know when somebody is on their last fucking straw.
Yeah.
You never know. You'll wake up and go step on somebody's shoes today, not knowing today is it, nigga. They done already made this shit up in their mind. They done already reached their breaking point, bro. Today is the day. If anybody come fucking around, they gonna find out.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, that day And R.I.P. to her. You know what I'm saying? And salute to the homie. You know who I'm talking about. But road rage is not. And my best friend got road rage bad. Cecily. Pooh, shout out to Pooh. Pooh has very bad ass road rage, bro. Yeah. And I'll be trying to tell her, hey, bro, you at this point you putting me in a position, nigga. Yeah. Because, bro, we'll be rolling down and she don't give a fuck where we at. Like, this ain't just in no suburban areas like Beverly Hills and places like that. Yeah. But we will be in Compton, nigga. And somebody cut her off.
She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck at all.
I'm like, chill that shit out, because I'm the one got to deal with that.
If someone, I
got to deal with that shit. Like, because what I look like.
And what's her plan when she's alone?
And she a little itty bitty ass person. So, and she not just gonna get cracking like that.
She did it. Maybe she was a little more piped up because she knew you were right there.
Nah, this is just who she is. Cecily, she's very impulsive. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So things like that, she don't even think twice or even consider the consequences or outcome. Mm. She just going with her move. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But like you said, even though, again, we're not necessarily saying it's right that you get killed over some road rage, but, bottom line some people will take it there. Yeah. I mean, we hear stories in Chicago all the time, road rage turned into a gunfight. Like, that just proves that people are willing to take it there. And you got to be careful.
Some people don't give a fuck, bro. But I'm trying to figure out, right? Because I know yesterday was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Tug and pull, you know what I'm saying, between me and you, because you got all. You're a feminist, okay?
I'm not necessarily a feminist.
I don't think you know that you're a feminist.
No.
You're a feminist, all right?
Not all the way. Okay, I might have some feminist values, but I'm not a feminist.
Okay, all right. Even if we say you're not a feminist, you're female biased.
Because I'm a female.
That even when it defies logic. And you what's crazy? What's crazy? You a smart person, so it's like you a smart person. So this is.
But why, you couldn't be all that smart because you're a woman and you lead with emotion.
No, this is why. No, look, that ain't even what I was trying to say. I'm saying this is why I hold you more accountable for shit that you would do than I would for a normal female, because you a lot more smarter and logical than other females. So because I hold you to that standard, when that female shit do kick in, I'll be like,
now I'm a feminist?
Nigga? I thought you was better than this, nigga.
Better than what?
Nigga, to sink back into the bullshit. Because I thought, nigga, you was better than that. I thought Kaya Rain, the real Kaya, I thought Kaya knew how to.
It's not about being better than nothing.
Somebody as smart as you will always prove to me that a woman will always revert back to making an emotional ass female decision.
Argument. That's what we call a fallacious argument.
I'm just saying. So then tell me what you think about this Blueface and Nevaeh thing. Do you feel like, you feel bad for her for how she been, how everything going on over there? You feel what's your thoughts on Blueface and Nevaeh's dynamic? And considering the fact that right now we just found out that he's paying her $12,000 a month.
Right, I seen that. That's not, feminism. The girls would disapprove of her and how she's handling that. Like,
as far as what?
So
they still not happy.
I'm saying, I mean, the situation in general is not a situation that would reflect the values of someone who's a feminist. Like, if you're going into a situation like that, already sacrificing certain things, like monogamy, you're probably not a feminist.
Right.
So, and she's not independent. He's given her a $12,000 a month allowance. So how could you be a feminist? It's about doing it on your own and not needing a man, right?
Well, she's not. So, I don't believe she's a feminist.
And I don't necessarily share those values either. So that's why I'm saying I'm not necessarily a feminist. There's certain instances where I will always side with women, for sure, 100%.
Blueface is giving her $12,000 a month. But I think that comes with I mean, number one, she's in the household.
He's saying he wants her to cook and clean,
which should be offered without being
solicitation,
paid.
Right?
Yeah, like, niggas shouldn't have to pay for that.
You to do
that should be a woman.
Or maybe if I'm giving you the money, I shouldn't have to tell you that comes with you keeping the house up.
Right.
Like that kind of should just be obvious to me. Okay. But it's not to a lot of women.
All right, so let me ask you a question. In this situation, this specific situation, right?
Yeah.
Where we have this man, right, who got this woman pregnant, and he's doing the things that he's supposed to do as a man. Relationship-wise, that's subjective,
that's
right?
Different.
So, as a man, the woman that he got pregnant, he kept her in his house. I assume, you know, when she get to that point to where she need maternity clothes and things like that, he's gonna handle everything.
Right.
He's taking care of all of her bills. He bought her a car, brand new car that she wrecked already. Bought her a brand new Benz.
Right.
And now we're to the point to where he's giving her $12,000 a month.
Yeah.
In this specific situation, what can you see that would warrant a woman being unhappy?
Honestly, I think more than anything, she's embarrassed of him not being only for her. That's why I mentioned monogamy. Like, you know, any woman, regardless if you came into the situation on certain terms or not, and they're in the media, they're on, you know, they're all over. They're giving people a platform to speak on their business, right? Mm-hmm. Once you do that, you know, you're subjecting yourself to that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like she knew what she got herself into, bro. Like, you know exactly what you got yourself into. He's doing his part, sure, yeah, for the $12,000 a month. But what is her part?
Right. Yeah. No,
you know? Did that answer your question?
No.
Say your question again.
So my question is, in their specific situation, right, with you being pregnant and him and the man stepping up and doing everything he's supposed to do, right? Now let's take away the fact that women don't like Blueface because of his past record, right? Okay. We're talking about a man who was supposed to be operating in a manly function, right?
Yeah.
Taking care of his pregnant
mother
companion,
of his child,
and again, offer, you know, not even offering, but giving her a $12,000 a month allowance. What can you see in a situation like that, a woman being unhappy? Like how can you see?
Oh yeah, I got off track.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just the fact that, you know, she's subjected to that attention and those opinions, she's going to feel embarrassed that she doesn't have that picture perfect relationship, right? Like maybe you came into it feeling like whatever, like it's better than what I had going on or this or that. But now that you're front street with all your shit and people are saying shit like, dude, he's all over the internet with 3 different women, like, and you're sitting up at the crib pregnant. Like, are you really cool with that? Like, that's the look you want? That's the only reason you could sit there and say you're unhappy is because of the monogamy thing. Unless she, and I haven't heard her say nothing else other than that, other than the cheating, which cheating is crazy if you're not in an exclusive relationship. That's a crazy word to use.
So is it safe to say that women would never achieve a level of ultimate happiness then?
I can't say all women in general.
Nah, all women. No. The majority of women.
No.
The majority of women, nigga.
No.
More than 50%.
No.
What?
No. That it will never be good enough. A majority of women will always say it's never good enough.
Yes.
No.
The majority of them.
I don't think the majority.
Oh, man.
No.
That's crazy. So at the end of the day, we just spoke on a scenario where a woman is being taken care of financially. Her child is going to be taken care of financially. She already came with a child before being pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. She already has a child now that Blueface is active with.
Yeah.
Goes outside, throw the football, play games with.
And he loves him, you could tell.
Loves the kid.
Yeah.
And he's giving this woman $12,000. And he's giving her $12,000 a month, right? And
I feel like she got the best deal out of all of them.
And you telling me because of how some other bitches is gonna make you look at your own situation
Yep.
That's grounds to be unhappy.
Yep. Because we've seen it before.
Something to say.
We've seen it before.
Now you finna trick yourself out of a position that these bitches that's telling you about this would kill to be in.
Mind you, none of them bitches have never had a nigga pay them $12,000 a month to sit up at the house and be pregnant and cooking a little here and clean up. And they're the ones telling you.
And he's putting her in a position of where he's creating a platform for her.
Yeah, and that's the most valuable thing that's going to come out of that for her.
Yeah, so he's creating this platform to where now she's able to stand on her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
She's able
make
to
her own money.
Same situation like Jaden and Krishan, right? So now, if you run with what I gave you, the tools that I gave you, right? If you take advantage of the position that I put you in, you would never need me again. Hey, look.
Exactly.
That is the realest thing. That is the purest thing that a man can offer to a woman, is putting her in a position that he does not have the power to take from her. That is the purest thing a man can give a woman. It's her own 2 legs to stand on.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because if he wanted to maintain control over that, he wouldn't have given them that platform.
Exactly.
Because look, Jaden and Krishan don't need Blueface to go do their own.
Krishan fan base has surpassed a point of influence, of being able to be influenced by anybody's opinion about her.
Yeah, that's her own.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think the purest
just like Jaden got her own little fan base too. So they went and did their own shit, and again that platform and that opportunity is more valuable than money and all that.
Exactly. So if you ask me, now I'm just saying, all right. If you ask me, do the shit that Blueface do outweigh the shit that he's done for some of these women? I'ma say
say it. Say it then. Yes. You can't.
I'ma say
you can't, because you want to leave it open just in case there was ever a situation where that particular exactly.
Nah, look, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think the bad is bad.
Right, because we could dig into the tally list. But I don't
believe that they credit him enough for the good.
Right, so will you sit up in the bed and get called a goofy bitch on live stream for $12,000 a month? That's how I look at it. Are you willing to go embarrass yourself and sacrifice whatever morals, whatever respect, whatever the internet perceive you to be, or just yourself, how you look at yourself, and sit up there and let a nigga talk to you like that? For $12,000 a month? Are you willing to do it?
But let me ask you a question.
Or are you going to say she deserves to get talked to?
Let me pose a question, because like this shit goes back into the topic from yesterday on last podcast. At this point, whose fault is it? For him being a dog and talking to her how he talking to her? Or is it her fault for sticking around and wanting to get that $12,000?
I mean, it's both. I don't think he should be talking to her like that. There's no need for it. She's not fucking Krishan. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you don't know what go on that warrant him to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know their relationship, but
on top of that,
I mean,
once again, she's accepting it.
Right, she's laying in the bed. That's what I'm saying. So,
hey, look, you took something in exchange for something. You accepted something in exchange for something. Anything that happens after that is on you, Kaya. Anything, bro. Like, I can't tell you, hey, look, we finna go on this mission, right?
But I thought you said they're really, like, in a relationship for real. Like, they really like each other and love each other.
Well, what that mean?
Then saying in exchange.
It is because, look, the exchange is whatever benefit she see that she's getting out of being around that man, even if it's the relationship part of it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So now, like, even if we go back into what we was talking about yesterday, and we take away the fact that the nigga is giving her $12,000 a month,
right?
You're choosing to stick around,
right?
with a nigga who calls you a goofy bitch on camera. You sticking around with a nigga who you know is going to go out and do whatever he's going to go do. Now, okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Now I go back to that again from yesterday. You said it would be better if a nigga tell her.
Yeah.
Shit. It's clear as day that he told her he gonna be fucking on everything.
In this scenario, we know they know exactly what type of time this man is on. They could not know. It's all over the media.
But that's what I just asked you. Their specific situation.
Yeah.
Do you still believe it's 100%? I mean, do you still believe it's both parties, or do you believe it's 100% on her? You know, again, he's vocal about. He's vocal with you about what he's doing.
Right.
He's putting it. He's showing the world what he's doing, bragging to the world.
Right.
He's not even hiding this shit. He's not doing it behind closed doors. It's not like a nigga doing it behind your back. He's showing the world.
Right.
This what I'm on, and you're deciding to stay,
right.
and we can still place blame on him in any capacity. I'm just saying.
I mean,
see, that's what I'm saying. You got to make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't think he's free of all blame altogether. I mean, blame for what though, right? Like,
yeah,
what are we blaming?
What could you blame him for?
When we're talking about like who's the toxic one or who's taking advantage of who, that's a different conversation. Mm-hmm. But.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, that is a different conversation, but in that specific situation, I don't believe nobody's.
I can't sit here and advocate for that, honestly. Personally, just because of how I am and who I am, like I can't sit here and feel bad for her because she knew exactly what she was getting herself into. Like for me, just off of like being an adult and taking accountability for your decisions, whether they were good, whether they were bad, whether it went a whole different direction than what you ever thought it would, you still have to take accountability, even if it's a fucked up situation. Like, even if it ends up with you getting, in a situation you need to get out of. Like, you still have to take accountability that original decision is what put you there.
But look, this is the thing. Yeah,
she knew, right? She's seen it's not like you're the first baby mama. It's not like you're the second, right? Well, debatable, but...
Well, look, this is the thing. Well, see, Kaya, that's the thing, right? So, look. The more and more women begin to excuse the behavior of other women just because they are women, they will never reach a point to where they begin to correct their behavior or mistakes.
Yeah.
Because it's always being justified, even when it defies logic.
Well, yeah, we see that with Krishan fans.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So women with this whole I'm a girl's girl movement, you are an enabler. That's what the fuck you are.
And I will say that as a woman, like you bitches cannot get just on some girl power shit, right? And everyone's always quick to take the woman's side. You cannot excuse piss poor behavior just because she's a girl. Like that is unacceptable. And I'm a woman sitting here saying that. Like,
and that's where a lot of that stems from. Nothing more, not the things that she did right, not the things that she did wrong.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it be simply because this is another woman.
Right. Which in certain situations might work. Like when you're out at the bar, that shit works. If you don't know a bunch of girls and you guys all get together, it's a safer situation.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
a different... I know, that's a different example. But I'm saying in this situation, to advocate and back up poor behavior, damn near like shit that should be probably, not only taken accountability for, but also probably beyond that, right?
That's all right. This is some of the shit that blew me, right? I'll read some of the comments with Krishan and things like that when she was pregnant. And you had some females in the comments who, like, even though she was drinking or smoking during her pregnancy, you had some women in the comments saying number one, blaming Blueface. Not only blaming Blueface, but excusing her behavior. Like,
how? How do you excuse that?
Like shit. Like, oh, how do y'all know she's not emotional? She, you know what I'm saying? She's fucked up right now. He's not supporting her. Anybody would drink. Anybody, man. How the fuck are we excusing this, bro?
No, exactly. That's just sick.
And
like,
then,
how are you? How do you fix your mouth to excuse?
And then now
that?
Look at what it transpired into, right? Look at what it turned into. Look at the results of your actions. The results, right? And then so now, even with that being said, how many people are still behind supporting?
still making up excuses. Still,
and I have no issues with Krishan. I want to let that be known. I have no issues with Krishan. I've done a lot of things with Krishan and helped in certain areas that I was able to help in. With Krishan, but that doesn't take away the fact that she made certain decisions earlier on that led to
this backlash now. Kind of.
Yeah, the shit that
or at least maybe like and change in perception.
And it's less about her. It's less about Krishan, because I don't want to make this about me bashing Krishan, because I'm not. So it's less about Krishan and it's more about me just using that as an example for women just enabling certain behaviors
just because
due to emotional shit.
Yeah.
Just because this is another female. That is not a realistic way of thinking. And again, you will never get to the point to where you correcting the fuck shit that you're doing, because everybody around you is justifying the behavior.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And the more and more that you put, that's like narcissistic. That's narcissistic behavior to be a certain way and then blame your ways on somebody else.
Yeah, to shift the blame.
Like, that's sick, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that is a narcissistic tendency.
Yeah, so I think I think that women have to have
the
that
tough
voice of reason,
with your homegirls
within their
like,
circles.
Dude, you're 4 kids in, 4 baby daddies. You do not need a 5th kid and a 5th baby daddy. That's the truth.
And now we got women that's promoting this whole you don't need your baby daddy shit.
Because they got fucking welfare.
And that's fucking up. That alone is breaking up households.
Yes.
Me and you just got done dealing with a situation to where some females was telling a pregnant friend of ours to just skip out on just allowing the baby daddy to be around.
He didn't do nothing. This is a great example. She knew exactly what she was getting herself into. She knew the circumstances, good or bad. She chose to put herself in that situation, ended up pregnant, and all her homegirls encouraged her to basically make the wrong decision, to ghost him, not tell him nothing, what she decided with his kid as well. Nothing. Her homegirls told her, just, that's it. Don't say nothing. Go ghost and go live your life on some bitter shit to somebody that didn't do anything to you. And you can't be mad about the circumstances that you already knew you were getting yourself into from day one.
Right.
You're going to turn around now because the conditions have changed. You're pregnant. And now you're going to switch up and be mad about shit that you weren't mad about before because your homegirls piped you up and got in your ear? Nah.
Yeah, and then like women, like, okay, this be one thing about, so you taking advice from somebody who's bitter about a situation that did not work out for them.
Right.
How the fuck does that work for you?
That's what I was going to say. So how did that work out for you?
Right. So the advice,
successfully? No.
Right. So the advice of you don't need him, or even the advice that they give in order to keep the nigga. Do this and you gonna keep him. Do that.
That ain't gonna keep him.
Did any of these tactics keep y'all baby daddy in y'all life? I'll wait.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these tactics keep y'all baby daddy in y'all life?
Because that's what I said. I'm like, did this method work for you?
So that's what I be trying to understand with women.
You guys are promoting a method that hasn't been proven successful.
So that's why I be trying to understand with women. Where the fuck is your advice coming from? Like, what space and place is your advice coming from?
It starts to feel like you got something I don't, so I'm going to give you poor advice because misery loves company.
Yeah, that is what it's starting to sound like.
Yeah.
Like helping lead a motherfucker to a brick wall.
Yeah, or right off a cliff.
Because you know where making those same decisions led you.
Yeah. And you can't fathom that somebody would make the right decision and end up with a good situation, which is actually what ended up happening.
Yeah.
Based on good advice from a good friend with a level head who told her, nah, bro, you got to give that man a chance to be a dad. You got to give him a chance to do the right thing.
Yeah, I told her the exact opposite of what everybody else was telling her, and it ended up working out exactly the way that I told her it was.
Because he stepped up.
Yeah, he stepped up. He's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing.
Right
but once
now,
again, that's why I don't believe, and this is no shade to women, bro. I got 2 daughters of my own, but I do believe that when you have women who's congregating and a group of women who's speaking on certain things, you always have to bring a male perspective into that, because every decision that a woman or a piece of advice that a woman is going to give you is all going to come from the same space, because y'all all been through similar situations. Mm-hmm. So it's always going to come from the same place, and the advice is always going to be similar.
Yeah.
So it gets y'all nowhere, because it's always going to come from a place of thinking about when you got hurt, when you were fucked up emotionally.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that. When somebody is seeking advice from a woman, I think the first space a woman goes into before anything is empathy.
Yeah, giving you a space to be emotionally vulnerable.
Exactly. And that is not always in every situation the best thing to do, is give advice based off of empathy, bro. Right. Because now you'll lead somebody back into their misery. Right. You get you can either lead somebody back into their misery, or you could take somebody away from a good situation. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like,
or touch on both. It's okay to be like, hey, look, I know you're feeling frustrated. I know you're regretting this decision. I know you're, confused and trying to figure it out. But logically, this decision has to be made. Right. Go have the conversation. Go to the doctor's appointment. Go to the fucking whatever it is that has to get done. It has to get done. Right. So both of those things can be true at the same time. Yeah. And that goes back to that. It's important to have both the male, masculine energy and logic and the way men operate present. And then also it's very important to have the female nurturing, turn a house into a home energy too. Yeah. You could, I think both can be true.
But look, so.
But
man is
what you're
made
saying
for woman,
is a lot of women
for man, right?
Don't do that.
They don't. So man is made for woman, woman is made for man, right? Men come at things logically, women come at things emotionally. Right. It takes those two things to merge in order for there to be balance and in order for the perfect decision to be made. Right. You can't have too much of one thing on either side. And I don't want to sound contradictory when I say, like, you can't even have too much of logic in a situation, because sometimes, not all the time, the majority of times logic will always win, right? But sometimes it takes that emotional balance from a woman.
It depends on the situation, right?
And in order for things to go smoothly.
Because I've talked to, CEOs of companies that say we particularly hire, an attractive woman to go into situations to where other men are not going to respond well to other men. Yeah. We send her in there to disarm them because it's a soft, men immediately become a little softer when there's a pretty woman around. That's an example of that. Using exactly what God gave you, the things that you should embrace as a woman, to go ahead and either further yourself or balance the scales again so that men can exist in their masculine and do what they need to do.
Right.
Yeah,
but I think we just got to get to the point to where a lot more women begin to get to that space. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because I think that women have allowed this independent movement to push them into
hyper independence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because again, submission and following somebody's lead does not mean not to have your own independence.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you could be independent and still follow
and still submit to an alpha male.
Still follow or exactly.
But honestly, too, half of it, right? This is the other half of the conversation, is that just as many women ain't shit nowadays and can't figure that out. It's just as many men that aren't in their true alpha masculine either, and all men aren't alphas. Actually,
no, I do. No,
you know what I mean.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of these little lame pussy ass niggas that if a tire pop on the side of the freeway, they don't know how to change the tire.
Or simple shit. Like for me as a woman, like we will throw little feelers out there with men to see, like, is he going to put me in my place? Like, is he going to check me? No girl, well, I can't say no girl, but women like me don't want a man that you can just walk all over and do whatever the fuck you want. So we're going to throw out a little attitude, or we're going to say something that might border on the verge of a little bit disrespectful, or don't say that.
But you know what?
See if he's going to
bitches took
show that alpha,
Females done went overboard with
They
that.
did. It became demasculated.
They don't even allow a nigga to do that, though. Like, you get what I'm saying? Some niggas. Me, that's a different situation, because period, point blank, it's going my way, period. I don't give a fuck about nothing. It's going my way. However, anyway... You got some dudes who try to attempt. You got some dudes who try to attempt at that,
but
right?
they're not that.
And it gets to the point to where these women's mouths have become so fucking reckless that you will bring a nigga out of character and then blame that nigga for getting out of character.
Right, like the whole "it's sassy to argue back" thing.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. It's gay to. I just watched it. It's gay to drink a margarita. It's gay to fight back with your girl. It's gay, like all these things. Like seriously, dude, that's just emasculating men even more. That's not the way.
Right.
So
now you telling us to be the
situation.
Now y'all want us to be how y'all claim we treated y'all. Like, oh, we don't have a voice. Like, we just got to shut up and take this. That's basically what you telling a man when you say you sassy. You shouldn't even be arguing with a woman. So basically what you telling me is shut the fuck up and let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up and let me say what I want to say. Yeah. And the moment that you start to defend yourself, you're a bitch. You are acting like a female.
Yeah. Which is it's a trap. Like,
and
it's
then
a trick bag.
And then you would turn around and say, oh, a real man shouldn't have to.
That's what I was
just
gonna
have
get
that
to.
Aura about himself.
Right.
How the fuck is he supposed to have that aura about himself?
You have to be receptive.
If you're not even willing to allow that nigga to speak.
Because I've seen videos like that. I've seen videos where the girl might have a little attitude, dude comes over, says one thing in a real deep, calm, whatever the fuck he told her, in that super alpha masculine energy, and her whole energy shifted. Her whole shit. She wasn't talking crazy. Her whole body language shifted. That's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of true alphas will go ahead and a woman will naturally find herself submitting. A woman will naturally find herself all of a sudden getting all giddy and feminine and all these things.
It's not like that no more, though.
It's not. That's the problem.
It used to be like that.
In my head, I'd like to think that most men are capable. But again, just like most women aren't, most men aren't capable of actually being in that energy either.
But look, Kaya,
it's a whole lot of...
I'm trying to explain to you. Women don't give men the time or day to goddamn even...
But what if they already knew off rip? Like,
because what you mean? I don't think no woman just knows that. Like, there has to be situations and scenarios that happen that make you feel like, all right.
Like I said, we will test it.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but some women, the difference is when you're testing it, it's not to see, am I going to stay with this nigga? It's to see, can I walk all over him? Because some bitches will test it just to see, oh, I could talk crazy to this nigga and I'm going to continue to fuck with him for the next 5 years. Some women are actually seeing, oh, he's not going to fucking handle the situation. Our tire is flat and he don't have no clue what to do. This dude is tripping and he did not stand up to protect me. Those are little things women pay attention to. The problem is the fucking bar is in the dirt. That's the problem. The standard has become the dirt, and a lot of women aren't setting the standard. It's damn near like the market. If every woman says, we do not accept this from men, that is no longer being accepted, Kaya, and the minimum has come up.
Well, that's because, Kaya, women don't have standards no more, nigga.
I said the bar's in the dirt.
Yeah, women don't have standard. The only standard that a woman has today is, nigga, do you got money?
Right.
They don't give a fuck about a nigga treating them right.
They don't even care if they're getting any of that money. They just want to be around a nigga with money.
They don't give a fuck about if a nigga treating them right. They don't give a fuck if a nigga is respectful, disrespectful, gay,
because that's
goddamn
crazy.
Any of that shit. If that nigga got paper, he could get away with whatever the fuck he want to get away with.
And that's crazy because I'm not sitting up there getting called a goofy bitch on live. That's just not happening. I don't care. 12,000, I don't care. Pregnant, I don't care. Like, there's some shit, for me, your morals, you don't break that shit because it pushes more. Right.
No, that's... Same
shit with women. You start accepting dudes that, picked up Wendy's on the way and you let him hit. Now guess what? The bar is there. That's all they got to do is get Wendy's. So they're gonna more and more. It's gonna spread. More and more guys are gonna get wind of that.
That's what I'm saying. As much as these females get the bashing these niggas, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what the fuck was you doing even dealing with a nigga like that? Because nigga,
it must mean that they're not all that themselves.
Because the first time a nigga got you fucked up and you claim you that bitch and you like this and you like that,
you'll walk right away.
Why the fuck you got so many stories about this nigga?
Right.
Because when you wouldn't even allow it to get to the point to where you have stories about this nigga, you would have got on.
And women that are disciplined in that will do that. The first sign they see is some fuck shit. Sorry, yeah, it's not going to work out with us. Because you protect your peace.
But I do agree that this day and age has breeded or bred a lot of soft ass dudes. Like it has.
Damn near physically, they're putting fucking hormones and all this shit. Like that affected masculinity and testosterone and all those things too.
I think women got to get back to, if they want things to go back to the traditional. I think I do believe that in today's climate, like women dictate to a certain extent, like the way a relationship is going to turn out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like based off of the way that they carry themselves, the way that they act, the way that they treat other people.
Let's go back to what I was saying yesterday about, what if that man is being deceitful? Like the best you could do as a woman is with what you've been given and what you can see based on how he's acting, what he's saying, and all these things, right? This leads us to the girl who got murdered by her white husband in Africa on her birthday. I'm sure she thought she was good.
Wait, so how long had they been together? Because I don't know. See, I don't know nothing about this story. So tell me like a little.
Some years. I don't know the exact amount, but they were together a while. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I should probably fact check that first. But they were together long enough to. They weren't married. He proposed on her birthday in Africa on the trip. He proposed,
and she must have said no.
Maybe. I mean, she was wearing the ring. There's pictures and stuff, right? Yeah.
So, okay, so what did they say the motive was for him to kill her?
That's what we don't know.
They're still trying to figure that out.
Other than beyond the fact that he's an older white guy and she's a young black girl. That's the, first of all, that's the, dynamic of the relationship, which obviously is a little bit of a red flag because we've heard horror stories about that quite a few times.
The whole dynamic is, remember, he's older white dude, rich.
Yes.
Rich.
Yes.
And she's a young.
He's taking her courtside Lakers games.
Well,
he was her sugar daddy.
But she was marrying him, though.
But they were saying that she's making her own money, too, because she's an influencer.
Okay.
So they were saying she's making her own money. And then
I don't know if she's a black American or if she has African descendant. Like if she's like a, I don't know.
He proposed to her that night. They got into an argument, and she ended up saying that she killed herself, or she.
Right. They found her in the room. So first they said,
what was the cause of death? Strangulation.
They said she hung herself, but there was marks and defensive wounds. So he probably fucking choked her ass to death. So I guess what happened was they had an altercation and the staff separated them to two separate rooms. So there's staff that knew what was going on. Then they say one of the staff members went into the room and that's when they found her there and she had hung herself in the room. Allegedly, right. Allegedly had, which doesn't really make sense to me. First of all, you would never enter a guest room.
Somebody cheated.
You think?
For emotions to flare that high to where you want to kill a motherfucker? Allegedly.
What if it's a David thing? What if it's just like
somebody
he was a white
cheated.
man? He might be inherently racist. He went and targeted this young black girl and used his money to make everything seem smooth. He targeted it. He planned it. He got her guard down. He took her to Africa on her birthday. Then he proposed the day of her birthday to get her guard extra down. She probably was like, this is the best motherfucking day of my whole life. I'm in Tanzania on my birthday getting proposed to by a rich man. and then killed her ass.
But I can't say it's that because it was an argument that happened.
Right.
So I don't want to say he plotted and planned all of that. I'm more leaning towards something happened that triggered on the trip or something that he found out. He probably went through her phone and seen some shit. She is an influencer. Yeah. Feel me? Probably got some DMs or I'm just hypothetically just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even on his end. Like maybe she seen that he was cheating or was flirting with somebody on the cruise or whatever it was.
On the trip.
On the trip, and then
my coworker
she flipped out on him, and he wasn't going for it.
A staff member did it, like someone else at the hotel did it.
So why? Okay, but is he being labeled as a suspect? The husband?
No, I doubt it. They're saying allegedly they sent her body back without the ring. Her family's like, nah, what the fuck is going on?
So, but why would they believe a staff member did it?
I'm saying that's what my coworker suspected. And I'm like, well, why would you think that?
That's what I'm saying.
She's like, well, they got into an altercation. The staff removed her to the other room. They're the only ones that knew she was there. And they coincidentally opened the door and found her. You're never supposed to open a guest door without like suspicion that they're like dead in there or if it's been days past their checkout. It was literally the next morning. So she thinks, I don't think that, but she thinks that it was one of the staff members that plotted on her.
Well, allegedly she had borrowed a phone charger from one of the staff members and told him to come back 10 minutes to get it. And then when he came back to get it, he found her dead.
Wow. See? That's sus.
This is actually an interesting story. This is actually crazy to me because now it could have came from any angle. You know what I'm saying? It could have came from, like you said, it could have came from a staff member who found himself obsessed with the girl.
I tend to think they were all in on it. I think the husband was in on it with the motherfucking staff or whoever he knew out there. Right? Because he's rich. He probably has some connections or just paid some people. And I think they were in on it and he fucking either he strangled that girl or like it was already a setup from the jump.
And so they found her in there with what tied her on her neck?
Yeah, it was in the closet. Some rope or something tied around her neck and she was...
Because why would she kill herself? There's no history of like... If even an argument, like, why would she kill herself?
But I mean, she could have killed herself for many reasons. Like dude could have been cheating.
And she killed herself?
Hell yeah.
No.
What the fuck do you mean? Look, bro.
That's men that do that. Huh? You've heard of women that kill themselves when they get cheated on?
Hell yeah, man. Female, what? Are you crazy?
I've never heard that.
Females, man,
they kill their like.
Hell yeah, a woman will go ahead and kill herself.
Done it?
Hey, a woman, right, will go ahead and find out that a nigga cheated on her the same day that he proposed to her, got engaged to her. Man, that'll fuck somebody's head up, bro.
I feel like men are more like, oh, just fuck it, my life is done. This bitch fucking cheated on me.
Nah, I don't think that, bro.
Like Ezra.
Let's look that up. Matter of fact,
just very to the core.
Yeah. Let me look that up.
Emotionally attached.
Yeah. Well. This period. It do say man. It say due to mental illness though.
Yeah. So depression, anxiety. Things of those nature. But I mean, still, even if, like, let's just say, even if women are more, like, you still have to look at the factors. Like, would you kill yourself then? Like, out of the country, on a trip, just got proposed to. Like, those are all good things happening in life that would make you optimistic to want to live the rest of your life, right? You have a wedding coming up. You're going to off yourself right before the wedding? That don't even make sense. And I doubt it was one single event that drove her to the point of like people don't get one single thing. It's usually a buildup of many different things and then a tipping point that they're like, fuck it, I just don't want to be here anymore. All right. So I can't sit here and say she may have just killed herself. Like, so I don't know her, but
It say men are significantly more likely to die by following a failed relationship or divorce or separation compared to women, while women are more likely to attempt overall.
That's exactly what I said. They might do it for the attention, like I'm gonna fucking kill myself to get you to, oh baby, what's wrong? Men will really do it because they really felt that
men
shit.
Men use more lethal methods and face higher risk due to relationship breakdown, often linked to a lack of emotional networks. That go back to what I was saying yesterday.
So because you guys
bitches
cannot
don't create
process,
that safe space for a nigga.
Don't blame women. Because you guys are unable to process your emotions healthily, is that a word?
Nah.
Then it gets to the point where you kill yourself, literally. Okay. Men are so unable to express their emotions, and I'm not saying
because of y'all
that there's not other
because
factors,
we bitches
but
when
just
we do.
blaming it on women is not true, dude.
We are bitches when we. It literally says due to a lack of. Hold on, wait. It literally says due to a lack of emotional networks. Who the fuck else should I be more comfortable with to be emotional with than my fucking woman?
Maybe your dad.
What?
Maybe your mom. You know what I mean?
So your spouse is not supposed to be there for your emotional support.
That doesn't say women. That doesn't say emotional. What was the word they used? Emotional what?
Kaya, it said due to failed relationships and divorces.
And emotional.
So your woman is not supposed to be an emotional network for you? Once again, this is what I said yesterday. Hold on, look. This is what I said yesterday when I said a relationship, nigga, moves in a direction based off of whether a woman is happy or not. Look, we're talking about something as serious as like men dying and killing themselves, and your first response is, Oh, y'all just can't take it and y'all can't control yourself emotionally, so y'all kill yourself. Look at how insensitive that is. So now, exactly, y'all do not create a space for men to feel like they can come talk to you. We're talking about something as serious as a nigga killing themselves, and the first thing that come out your mouth is y'all can't handle yourself emotionally and just kill yourself. That's on y'all. So basically, again,
women have somehow figured out how to stay alive more than y'all. And they deal with the same burdens.
No, that's because y'all emotions get
Where's
catered to.
Where's the safe space for women?
That's because y'all emotions get catered to,
maybe. We just established that niggas don't.
No, it ain't no maybe. Women's emotions get catered to. Look, we don't look. This is the thing. Bro. We just established, right, that women will goddamn support and back up women simply for the fact that they are fucking women. So they have emotional support regardless. Niggas don't go to other niggas for emotional support, nigga. So the next space that we're supposed to come to for emotional support is the person that we want to spend the rest of our lives with, my nigga. So if niggas is killing themselves due to a lack of emotional network, what does that tell you? That tells you that women are not creating a safe enough space for a man to feel like they can express their fucking emotions. And then if they die or kill themselves behind it, you get told, well, nigga, you should have been man enough to control your fucking emotions. That is crazy. No. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This type of shit is crazy to me, bro. Like, I do not understand this way of thinking,
Listen, you are putting all the blame on somehow, some way. The entire responsibility of a man's emotional makeup is on the woman? Wait.
I never said that.
Because you do this all the time. Bro, logic. We got to be logical first. But when it comes to women being emotional, it's not that same respect.
How it's not?
You guys want the safe space. You guys want the safe space for a woman to give you the emotional vulnerability, which I am a woman that creates that space 110%. I would never use anything against a man that he told me in confident,
Shit, you just goddamn said a nigga should have been able to control himself emotionally.
I said...
That don't sound like no safe space for no nigga.
Well, I do. But if we're looking at the numbers, maybe not all women do. I can't argue the numbers. I'm saying it's unfair of you to read a statistic, maybe it is about relation, read a statistic that says because of emotional whatever word they use. Kaya,
it says divorce, relationship wise.
Let me finish my thought.
talking about? Hey, shut
Let
the
me
fuck up
finish
with
my
that. Yes,
thought.
Kaya,
Hold
shut the
on.
fuck up doing that.
Let me
bro.
finish
You gonna piss
it,
me
bro.
off.
Let me finish my thought. You interject before I
Like,
even finish my
goddamn,
sentence,
bro.
and I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Because I'm talking about something. I'm being.
'Cause you're talking
it's not
over
even
me.
about yelling. It's about being passionate about the conversation. You let me talk. Some emotional ass female shit, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Because I'm trying to explain my point, dude,
shit,
and you're
my
interjecting
nigga.
when I'm trying to finish
Like,
my point
bro,
and finish my
that
thought.
shit is crazy.
That's not
but control
unfair.
yourself, cuz. Control
I can
yourself,
tell you the same
nigga.
thing.
Control
Give me 5
yourself,
seconds
bro.
to finish my thought.
Control yourself. Stop
do you
having
mean?
fucking outbursts and outlasts.
Control
that has
yourself.
nothing to do
Control
with the
yourself
conversation,
to hold
bro.
enough for me to
Like,
finish my
come on,
sentence.
fool. That don't
Control
even make
yourself
sense.
enough to let me finish
Nigga,
my
I am
thought.
controlling myself. I'm
You're
talking about the
interjecting.
subject. You're going off subject to yell in the fucking microphone.
I was on
that
subject
sounds crazy,
until you
dog.
cut me off.
Like, that sounds crazy.
What do you mean?
Control your fucking emotions,
Bro,
homie.
how have you made the blame that the lack of emotional network is because of the woman? Like, and I'm not necessarily saying that that's not a factor, because like I said, there are plenty of women that, don't create that safe space. But even if, right, how can you place the blame on women when, say, they're emotional and this and that, and they shouldn't be doing this and that, but when it comes time for a man to have to control those same things, express his emotions, communicate, be emotionally aware, know how to process those big feelings, how come now that's back on the woman? And that's back on her responsibility because you couldn't process that.
Hey, bro, look, it is your job to do the emotional thing. It is a man's job to do the logical thing when it comes to goddamn making decisions and things like that. If I'm operating in my function and logically thinking, and I'm logically carrying us through this relationship, now your function is to emotionally make sure the household is okay. The shit that we read literally just said, after divorce or a breakup, men commit after a divorce or a breakup, not just because they can't handle life emotionally. So, not a single nigga who's not going through nothing emotionally with a woman. Nigga, we're talking about relationship wise. Because nigga, there is no fucking outlet for a man to go be emotional, nigga. We talking about. I'm not talking about like make emotional decisions. We are talking about dealing with your emotion, addressing your emotion. That's what we're talking about. So if women are supposed to be nurturers by nature, you supposed to nurture everything else by nature except your man and his feelings. That's you're not supposed to nurture your man's feelings, my nigga. Because he's a logical thinker. Once again, I just told you before the podcast started, your emotions are made to feel. Your thoughts and logic is made, and your brain is made to think, nigga. You're not supposed to think with your emotions. You are supposed to feel your emotions. So just because we know not to make emotional decisions, do not mean that that men's emotions shouldn't be addressed when they feel their emotions.
But why can't they be addressed by you and your woman? Why does it have to be on the woman?
What? Bro, who the fuck else are you supposed to talk to, nigga?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying.
This is literally the reason why you are in a relationship, for emotional support, financial support, things of that matter, gang. So how can you say what you just said, my nigga, like as if it's not a woman's responsibility to make sure it's not a woman's responsibility to make sure that a man is also emotionally secure, my nigga.
Are you done?
To the point of, I want to go kill myself because my emotions ain't being addressed.
Did it say that the relationship was a failed relationship because of a lack in something that they're missing from their woman? Or was it just a failed relationship for whatever reason? It could have been failed because she couldn't have kids. So that was it.
No, I just told you it's to a lack of emotional support. That's what it just said. You want me to read it to you again?
Network.
Bro, all right. Look.
Right? Yeah, read it again.
Men use lethal methods and face higher risk due to relationship breakdown, often linked to a lack of emotional support.
Yeah.
Nothing was addressed at no point. No, for me to be to the point to where I'm going to kill myself because I'm dealing with my emotions is because my emotions were never addressed. And then you turn around and say some shit like, you should have been strong enough to just, like, again, that nowhere in that statement does that prove that there's a safe space for men to talk about or express their emotions to women. Nowhere. That's some insensitive ass shit. And then turn around and be mad at men if we don't address y'all feelings.
Right, because how could you process ours if you can't process
So
yours?
clearly we more fucked up in a relationship than y'all are, my nigga, if it's driving us to the point of
Or you just don't know how to handle emotions as well as we do because you're not emotional beings.
Right, and or your emotions ain't being addressed. It's
Which
not
could
being
be
nurtured.
true. Right,
Again,
it could be true.
that is your function as a woman. Is to cater and to nurture a man's emotions, because the rest of the world is beating on the nigga while he outside trying to provide for you.
Let me ask you a question.
Home and deal with his emotions with his woman.
Let me ask you a question. You don't think safe spaces should exist within male environments for you to be able to do that? You don't think that men that have had present fathers that are emotionally vulnerable with them and tell them and teach them how to communicate those feelings, you don't think that that's also a safe and healthy space?
Responsibility. I'm not fucking another man.
It's not your father's responsibility to teach you how to be emotionally emotionally in tune. It's not your dad's job to teach you that.
Not every nigga got a father, and not every father was taught those things either.
Right.
This been going on
so the blame ain't completely
time.
on women, right?
I'm not saying that it's 100% on women. I said that women have not created a safe space for men to go talk to them.
Yeah. And I don't actually disagree with that. I don't actually disagree with that.
We just looked it up and it says this shit, bro. Like, this ain't no shit that I'm just making up. Like,
I know, but it seems crazy to put every single blame emotionally on the woman. When there's obviously other factors that contribute it.
Who is supposed to be the main support emotionally for a man?
Sure, his
woman. Married man. Yes. We're talking about
his wife.
Married.
Okay.
It says divorces.
Okay.
We're talking about married. Like, come on. Like, that's like that's like a woman trying to come to me about addressing her emotions, and I say, well, your mama should be addressing your emotions, or your daddy should be addressing your emotions.
No.
Well, what the fuck am I your husband for?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it shouldn't exclusively be the responsibility on women to handle men's emotions. I'm saying, I think honestly, it would probably be better if those spaces existed with men more, and there's conversations about that and men's mental health, and there wouldn't be as high as men's suicide rates if men had those spaces. I advocate for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fair to turn around and be like, yeah, men are emotionally faulted because women don't handle their emotions. That's not our job. That's not all our job is to handle your emotions.
It is your job to handle a man's emotions if you are his wife. What don't you understand about that?
You have to have your own too.
What's so complicated to understand? My nigga, if you are my wife, we're not a wife, Kaya. You are signing up to cater to this man's everything.
Being
nigga.
In a space
I'm not going to allow
to be open is different than taking on the responsibility of somebody's emotions.
It's not
creating a space for them to be able to be vulnerable and speak on it and know they can come to you. Absolutely.
That's the argument
taking
that I'm
responsibility
making. Kaya,
for me to have to deal with your emotions is not my.
It's not taking responsibility. That's never the argument that I said. The argument from the beginning of time was y'all do not create the space for a man to talk or speak on his fucking emotions. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. And if it's to the point to where it's driving niggas to commit, that should be addressed. And again, my nigga, if you have the type of responses to these things that you have, then y'all should not feel nothing when we don't give a fuck about how y'all feel emotionally. Because we're wired to think about shit logically. So if you want us to totally never mind or not give a fuck about y'all emotions, then let's just call it fair game. Bitch, go jump in a lake. Oh, I feel like you're not catering to me. I feel like you're not speaking. Our relationship ain't on the right track. Go jump in a motherfucking lake.
That's an extreme.
Like, come on. Exactly. It is extreme. Which is why men have to create a space for a woman to feel comfortable to express their emotions. Vice versa if you married, bro. Mm-hmm. It should not be to the point to where I'm on the verge of killing myself because my feelings cannot be, or I don't feel that there's a safe space for me to go talk about what the fuck we got going on to you.
Yeah.
And then that's what women argue all the time. It's about communication. Communicate. Well, whoa, fuck. If I communicate my feelings, you telling me I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm a weak ass nigga.
Well, yeah, that
you gotta make this shit make sense for real,
that
bro.
Dismantles that whole fucking space when you do shit like that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Most relationships, nigga, either go good or bad based off of what a woman is feeling. My nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, the motherfuckers go good or bad based off what a woman is feeling, my nigga. What a nigga feel matters not to a woman, bro. Feel me? Like, nigga.
I mean, yeah. And I can't even, I mean, that's just the society that's been built, bro. It doesn't really, you're raised up, don't cry as a man, you know, and that's a sign of weakness, and that emotional men or men that show emotion are weak. And that's what we've been taught, but that's just not true.
A nigga made a whole motherfucking song talking about when it's time for him to cry, this nigga wait until it's raining, bro. Yeah. This nigga's the song is talking about crying in the fucking rain.
Yeah. Michael Beasley just went on there on Shannon Sharp and said that he used to cry during games when he was sweaty so that nobody would know the difference.
Like that's not something that we need to fucking address.
It is. It made me cry when I saw that. Like, of course it is. I don't disagree with anything you're saying when it comes to creating that safe space. I think that's very important. I think it does have an effect on men and relationships and everything else that comes with it. I just think that there has to be a level of accountability on both sides. You know?
No, I mean, it definitely do. I don't take away from that, nigga. Niggas need to figure it, because but this is the thing.
Let's say the woman did create that space. You have a woman that gives you a safe space that would never, ever, violate that. And you do have that. And it still ends. And you're
but I don't
you know what I mean?
But I don't think that happens. That's, again, we are reading something that says it's coming from a lack of emotional support.
Yeah.
So if it's happening, if niggas is committing clearly because they're not, the emotional support is not there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like that shit is like you, like I told you, the same shit that a female will get praised for, a nigga will get bashed for that same shit, bro. Because if we don't cater to your motherfucking feelings, you's a hoe ass, bitch ass nigga, you insensitive, you're not emotionally intelligent, all of those things, nigga. You feel me? But if a woman don't cater to a man's feelings, or a man's emotions, it's, oh yeah, girl, you didn't have to deal with that emotional ass shit coming from a man. Men shouldn't be emotional like that anyway. Like, that shit is sick.
Just,
if men were not supposed to feel emotions, we would not have them. We feel them motherfuckers too. We just don't think with them. That's the big difference between us and y'all. We don't think with our emotions, but we feel the same fucking emotions that y'all feel. Nigga, we get mad. Mad is a form of fucking emotion. Angry is a form of emotion, my nigga. We get sad, nigga. We get hurt. We feel everything that y'all feel, nigga. So how the fuck do you think it's fair for a motherfucker to experience or feel everything that you feel and experience, but say you're not allowed to express that? You're not allowed to show that. You should be man enough to deal with that. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, y'all got a fucked up misconception of what masculinity is, nigga. That don't mean a nigga ain't never supposed to express or show or feel emotion.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that means at all. I think that the men that are really in tune with their masculine are able to be emotional and aren't afraid to fucking cry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know, like, one of the number one arguments or things that women have to say about men is they're not emotionally intelligent. Y'all want us to get in tune with our emotions so fucking bad.
We do.
But then turn around and tell us we weak as a motherfucker once we do get in tune with them. Which one do y'all want?
It has to come with the alpha. But also, too, I think that a lot of women that think that they want that, right? That true alpha and that man that's like in tune with his emotions. But when they're met with that, they realize they're not the woman that could actually reciprocate and handle that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Bitch, you not the bitch that you thought you were.
Yeah, and that happens a lot nowadays, especially because the internet and girls getting piped up thinking, you know, at 22, a man is supposed to be paying your bills and putting you in cars and doing all these things, which is just unrealistic for a majority of the population. Like, it's just unrealistic for a 22-year-old to be putting girls in cars and paying for nails and bills. That's just unrealistic. You know what I mean? So half of that, yeah, it's like, I mean, you're putting unrealistic expectations and then being disappointed when they're not able to make good on it. That's a fault in women for sure.
All right, y'all. So, as we all know, this is the part where I talk about niggas who deserve to get slapped. Number one on my list today is David. David, I will slap the shit out you. Simply because, nigga, you a pedophile and you led everybody on. Well, I don't know if it was you leading us on or just the internet being the internet and making up rumors and saying that you were cooperating.
Right.
But once we learned the full details on the things that you did to this young woman and all of the skeletons in your closet, child pornography and all of these other sick ass things, bro. I actually think you deserve more than just being slapped in the damn face. You know what I'm saying? So I personally believe that they should lock me in a cage with you. Me, you, and a bear.
Don't even get back on that, bro.
And I'm going to come out on top. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. No, but yeah, so David, I believe that you the number one nigga that need to get slapped today.
And then the death penalty.
And the death penalty. The owner...
Because this dude is sick. Like, not only did he fucking kill this girl, but he plotted, planned, lured her, and then whatever the word was they used, basically meaning he lured her and waited till her guard was down to attack.
This nigga, it was premeditated.
It's worse than premeditated. It's like a whole nother charge that's worse than premeditated. Like, it wasn't just premeditated. Like, he got her guard down to the point of she didn't expect it, and then he did it. Like, that is sick. Like, and then watched her, allegedly, stabbed her up, and watched her bleed out.
Yeah, he needs to be...
He needs to be
a little bit more than slapped.
Yeah.
The owner of Spirit Airlines, you need to be slapped. Because you just went around and ruined niggas' lives. You feel me? Out of all them flights you canceled, you don't know who was attending a funeral. You don't know which person was getting somewhere to see their kids for the first time. Missed the birth of their kid because they couldn't get to the hospital. Missed $1 million opportunity or deal that they couldn't make it to.
If they knew it was coming.
From New York to LA or vice versa.
They should have accommodated.
Feel me?
Yeah.
And the worst part about all of this is you left no help center open.
No.
You
people
left no way for people to be able to say, hey, you know, we've partnered with American.
Right.
And they're willing to take our flights. They're willing to. It was, hey, we out of here. Been a good run for 33 years.
You don't have a job today. They probably got an email last night.
And
like,
that.
You don't have a job
lives.
today. Yeah. Or you flew somewhere on Spirit and you were supposed to come back on them and now they're gone.
So,
like,
Spirit Airlines, you deserve to be slapped. Do you think need to be slapped?
The parents, I said, of Celeste.
Oh, yeah.
They need to get slapped. Because what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep, they need
You're just as complicit in letting that little girl run around and being where she was at.
Megan Thee Stallion. You need to get slapped.
Damn.
Nigga need to slap the shit out you.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about a nigga need to, from back here to over here to back up this way to back down that way. That's the type of slap she deserved. Oh, you know what else was crazy that I seen briefly? I didn't read too much into it, but I just seen the headline that they said Bobby Shmurda is going at Jay-Z right now, calling him a liar and a thief and all of these things. And you're from New York, nigga. Jay-Z is from New York. you too close to that man to be playing these fucking games. Like, who is a Bobby Shmurda
to a Jay-Z?
To a Jay-Z. Like, nigga, okay, you could be right about everything that you saying, but you gotta watch who you talking about, because, nigga, you over there in a space, in a place to where a nigga fuck around and do something to you.
Too close for comfort,
yeah,
for sure.
Entirely too close for comfort.
And y'all from the same city. Like, it's too easy to figure out, you know, where you're at, what you're doing, who you be around.
But I
and
mean,
he's Jay-Z. Like,
it has been, but then too, you can't. I don't think. Well, because I was gonna say you can't really blame somebody for the decision making that the people who's running their companies are making.
Right.
Like, Jay-Z is not sitting there. I don't believe he's sitting there coming up with the rules and the guidelines and the contracts.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who's put in place for these type of things. So I think that if anything went wrong in a deal or a contract for him, those things have to be addressed with those people who's running the company rather than Jay-Z,
than
just
him
because he's the
himself.
owner.
Because most of the time it's their team anyways who make the call.
And then these are things that's not coming across his desk. Like, nobody's calling Jay-Z and being like, yeah, deal went bad with Bobby Shmurda. If that was the case.
Right.
I don't think that's happening. I think they're going to the supervisors or the managers within these companies.
Are the ones doing that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I do definitely think that that, you know, some of these artists need to take a different approach, because I don't think Jay-Z is the one making the decisions for Rock Nation like that. I think it's a board and shit like
it has
that
to be.
of people who, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that nigga just like...
And Bobby Shmurda, I mean...
Yeah, Bobby Shmurda is somebody that I don't think he has what it takes to stand in the ring with Jay-Z.
Maybe he's just looking for, again, his little... No publicity is bad publicity. Like, I'm going to go up off this dude's name. Like,
yeah, but I think this one is a bad one because Jay-Z is too powerful. Jay-Z will fuck around and ruin his career, blackball him out the
whole
entire industry.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, nigga, you will become a ghost like you never existed.
And he's already
shows,
not
you know what I'm saying?
that big of a deal. I mean.
And then we talking about arguing with somebody who's picking the rappers for Super Bowl. Just... You know what I'm saying?
You definitely got to know who you're doing.
That man got reach. He got power. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
But anyway, it's been another great episode. But we'll be back tomorrow like we never goddamn left. Once again, it's your boy KreepTheGuapfiend, but I ain't fiending for a thing. Stand with me or stand aside. Salute me or die. Instead of hating on it, go get you some. You almost close to the goal. I said never let a sucker, duck, or fuck nigga take it from you. Bitch, you know what it is. And... Kaya, real Kaya.
The big build up, it just can't compare to that. I gotta go first, and then you close it out with your whole fucking spiel. Yeah, real Kaya Rain.
And she think that she should start saying it's really the season. So if y'all believe that shit happened, throw the W's in the chat.
They don't know the
it's
context.
Really the season.
It's really the season,
But really the season could really, you know what I'm saying, it could be meaningful to anybody and for any given thing. It's the season to go get money. It's the season to work on myself. It's the season to say
it's off season.
You know, so. But it's been real. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get up with y'all tomorrow, bitch. You know what it is.